Hey everybody, it's Elizabeth and welcome back to the channel, The 1880 Cottage. If you're new here, hello, my name is Elizabeth and welcome to the channel. I hope that you will enjoy what I share here. If so, give it a like and subscribe so that my videos come up in your feed from now on. So we are located in Northeast Arkansas, in Batesville, Arkansas, which is a zone 7 for gardening. And I bought this lovely 1880 Cottage just a few months ago, and today I wanted to share with you guys a little project that I worked on here in the backyard. I actually did not film while I was doing it because I had my new puppy out here with me. It was a lot of back and forth. She was chasing every box and piece of tape she could find, and it was grand and lovely. But so that you're here for the start of my garden prep that I'm doing in the winter now, I thought I would bring you guys in, show you what I've done so far. This project is not done. I'll be working on it as time goes on. So I thought I would move you guys over here a bit because this is the area that I was working on. This is like it feels like a side yard. It's in the backyard, but we're right beside the front of the house and the front yard, just separated by a fence. But this is over here because the pool is just right out behind the house. See, there's the back of the house, and then here's the pool, and you've got to turn and come this way to get to this yard. And this is a fairly large grassy area. That's the guest house back there. And then this is the area I started working on today because this is where I'm going to have my vegetable garden. Okay, so here you can see this area here where I have put out cardboard. You guys, throughout our moving process, and as soon as we moved into this house, I started saving up for this project. It starts right here where the concrete comes in and ends, and I started coming along this way, along the existing landscape beds back there to create this area, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some raised beds here. Okay, so this might give you a little bit of a better perspective. This area is 35 feet long and it goes back 9 feet. But then back here there's this little dent in, and there's one over there too. So the 9 feet just goes up to here, so then it goes in about 11 feet on these two sides. And this is what I'm planning for this spring. I'm going to be putting in raised beds here. And I've not decided yet how the end border is going to be, just because I am leaving the rest grass. I'm doing this lasagna garden method to kill out the grass. So a lot of times when you do the lasagna garden method, you break down your cardboard, and like you would take these boxes and cut them open so that they, so like when they're broken down, they're like this, and then you cut them open and they get like twice as big. I actually did not do that because in my experience in Arkansas, you guys, the grass is so insane and robust. So I actually left them folded, laid them down. So it's like a double layer of cardboard. On top of that, I have put leaves, grass clippings, any sort of like yard mulch you can think of that I found, which thankfully there has been an abundance of that on this property, because I moved into this property just about 6 weeks ago now. It was just in the middle towards the end of fall. A lot of leaves had fallen. There are trees all along the back of this property here, which are actually on the neighbor's property, but they run all along this fence. They drop all their leaves. They were all over the patio, on the pool cover, just everywhere. So just like a week after moving in, I swept those all up into one pile. Two actually. One over here in the yard where I was bringing them over in my little buggy and dumping them from the front yard, from the courtyard. And then all the leaves I raked off of the pool cover went into a pile over by the guest house. And so what I did today was, after I put all these boxes down, I moved all the piles I had here in the backyard onto them. And then I also started gathering up the leaves from over by the guest house and bringing them over. Now I'm not done. So you can see there's my cart right there. I just got tired and I had the dog out here with me, and she's only like 9 weeks old, so she could only stand the free play on a chilly gray day for about 45 minutes. So that's what we put into this project today. I did, however, get all the boxes down, which is wonderful. I've been saving all these boxes, you guys, in the guest house since I unpacked. And like with them stacked on top of each other, it created like a 4-foot pile of boxes. So I really didn't know if I was going to have enough for too many, but it ended up being perfect. I say perfect because you can see that it doesn't go all the way over to the fence. How far out I came, I was not really sure what I was going to do, so then I just did in the moment. I just did kind of what felt right. I'm trying to adapt my gardening style from being like an OCD planner to just being kind of spiritual, in the flow, doing what feels good, not making a giant to-do list, not expecting so much for myself, because that takes honestly most of the fun out of gardening. So as of right now, they actually go about 3 feet from that fence, which is the front. There's a road out there that's the front of the property. And then I skipped that section where there are limbs. That's where we trimmed the magnolia tree in the front yard so that the canopy, you could walk under the canopy. And I did that when we first moved in, and it's lovely. And so those all went there. And I think honestly, I'll just kind of save them there to continue to break down. I may use them in the bottom of the raised beds, doing a hugel culture style, which if you've never heard of that, that's where you put sticks, biggest to smallest, big sticks on the bottom, sometimes logs even, small sticks, then twigs, then a little dirt, then some leaf mulch, and then on top of that, you put a ton of like potting soil or compost, and you grow in that. And it's a wonderful system. I love it. It's really, really good. And so I will probably use them for that. It's windy. So for now, I'm going to leave them there. Plus, I haven't decided yet where my permanent compost area is going to be. It will probably be in that vicinity there. And I have plans to one day put in a little, like a lean-to greenhouse right here. Because from here towards me, this is an RV gate that goes out to the front, which one day we'll probably add parking out there. So from here over, I was thinking about doing a lean-to greenhouse against that, so it would take up this space here, which would be nice. So then again, about that border, one thing really cool about the previous owner of this house was an elderly lady, and she loved to garden. And so all these little garden knickknacks, they left, which is fabulous. But I also have discovered many different little things back behind the guest house, little like where she gathered supplies and just kind of had them on hand. So there is a pile of stacking stones, bricks, and just big rocks. That makes me so excited. I'm totally going to use those for a border of a pathway. And I am actually going to do like a picket fence style in this area to keep the dog out of this area. I don't want her pooping in this lawn or being in or near my raised beds, because it's going to take her a while, months probably, to establish her garden manners and to know what not to potty on, what not to eat, what not to chew on, things like that. So for the picket fence, it's probably going to come out here. It's going to go across here, which is not a real big span. I need to measure that actually while I'm out here, because I've already been pricing some things, and I found this adorable picket fence on Amazon. I'll put a picture right here. So expensive, you guys. Just me guesstimating the size of this, the linear feet, it was gonna be like $1,300 for picket fence, posts, and one gate, and that's insane. So I don't know what I'll do there, but anyways, I'm gonna have it come across here and then come back this way, and then across the pergola this way. So the pergola will not be fenced in, but around the pergola, this side of it will be fenced in. And I'm so excited about the pergola, you guys. I have so many great ideas. The swing there that is hanging is not safe. I've just got some chairs stored here and all that jazz. But anyways, the swing here, the anchors holding that in are not super safe. So what I'm actually going to do is take that down and see if I can hang the porch swing on the side porch, if I can find a good place for it, out of the way. Because I have figured out already that the winter time is the time to enjoy that sun porch. The sun porch faces south. And in the evening, you've got great sunset views. And also, if it's a sunny day, the sun's coming in that side porch there. While the backyard is actually getting a lot of shade. And on a day when it's not sunny like today, it's really chilly back here. So side porch is for winter funness. And then summertime, obviously, we'll be back here doing everything. So anyways, I'm going to take that swing down, and I'm going to get 2 of those little like hangy chairs. If I can find a picture, I'll put it up here, but they like hang and they look so cozy. and fun. And I thought that would be a really good way to actually give like a fun swing element for the kids as well. Because at the old house, they had a big tire swing, and then we had just a swing. And I thought about just taking this down and putting up 2 swings, and the pergola, I believe, would support that. But I thought then the adults can enjoy that as much. So with these chairs, the kids can swing in them, but then also we can lounge and chill in them and spin around and talk to each other and whatever. So it's just gonna be really fun. So I'll do that, and also some LED lights up there for fun. Just anytime in the spring when it starts to get nice outside. So back to this project. I don't know if I'm going to do a border with just the stone, like I told you that I found over here, separating the two. That sounds lovely and nice. That'd be awesome if there was enough to do that. Inside, just so that you know, when I work further on this project, what I will be doing is I'll be getting all the rest of the leaves I can find anywhere and putting them on there until the cardboard is all covered up and you can't see cardboard. I'm going to get that wet, or I'm going to let it rain on it, depending on what the weather outlook looks like, and kind of get that to kind of pack down. What that's going to do is that's going to create a new surface topsoil area, and I'll build my raised beds on top of this, leaving walkways between them. I'm thinking they'll go like this: bed, 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 that I can walk on both sides and also between them. What I'm going to make them out of yet right now, I don't know, but I do hope to make them tall enough so that they're a little taller than my old raised beds at my old house, because they were 2 cement blocks. So that's somewhere between 20 and 24 inches tall, and I would like them to be on at least 3.5 inches. And what determines that is the cost of the building material to build something taller, and as well as the cost to fill it, because you're going to have to fill it with compost or bags of compost or something, which is another benefit to doing that hugelkultur method, where you put in like all the different sticks and debris and different things like that, which that would be another reason to kind of save some of these leaves, just put on enough to get it covered, and do that. So that's what I'm thinking. And since the space is limited and it's only 9 feet out, and I want to be able to walk on this side, that other side where the mulch will be, because this will eventually be mulch, I may end up not doing a path or be able to walk all the way around the beds, but rather have them kind of jut out from this landscape bed and walk in between. So it would be like a bunch of U's where you could just walk in between each one. Anyways, hope that helps. So when it does get to be time for me to do that, which is exciting, I'll share a planning video with you guys. Since I actually just measured it today, now I'm going to kind of get the creative juices flowing and start figuring out what exactly do I want to do in here. I'm going to price fencing options that are cheaper, so I need to go and measure this. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this video today, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. And let me think of any questions you might ask. This will be vegetables. It will be organic gardening. I love the deep mulch method when it works. So in pasture settings, doing the deep mulch did not work here in Arkansas because the grass is like super powerful and refuses to smother. So yeah, there's that. And then you guys, I'll have to show you when I do the backyard tour, there's all these different shrubs and bushes in the backyard, kind of just randomly spaced, which gives kind of like little islands, which gives me major creative vibes to want to kind of close them in and make beds, like these 2 right here I'm looking at. They're just randomly right here. But then also there's 2 different vines growing up the pergola, which are growing well, and they look really good for wintertime, and I'm stoked to see those come back to life, so I can't wait. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. I love you guys.